Hiya, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lavish V here, and a big thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. You are awesome, awesome, awesome. For those of you who are new to my channel, what I do here, it is some hair, makeup, beauty, fashion, vlogging, and a lot of perfume reviews. Yes, if you have not already subscribed, you know what to do. Please hit the subscription button along with the notification bell. Please watch my videos and leave me some thumbs up. Guys, girls, women, men, don't forget to comment in my comment section. Please keep the comments coming. So yes, without further ado, let's shoot right into today's video. And today's video is all about making your fragrance last longer. So yes, let's go right in and start with, you have to begin by putting your fragrances on your pulse point. Your pulse point, guys, it is gonna be your wrist. So there, your wrist. Everyone has them if you have hands. And then your throat. So right here, where you can see your heart beating. And then you are gonna be putting it, ladies, even gentlemen, behind your ears. So your earlobe at the back of your ear. And then you are going to be spraying in your cleavage. So the middle of your breast, either man or female, that is where you have some pulse point. Then at the back of your knee, that is another pulse point. And then your inner elbow. So we all have inner elbow, so you put it in your inner elbow, and then you will let it sit and dry. Do not rub the areas when you spray it on. Just let it dry into your skin. So what happens is that because your body is heated, the warmth will let the perfume react to your body heat and throughout the day, and then the scent will be emitting, it will be going all day long. You'll get a whiff from those pulse points because of the body heat. So that is the first tip to make your fragrance last longer, guys. Then we are gonna be talking about some other methods now. So one, you could try using this petroleum jelly. And what you would do with the petroleum jelly, you would put it again a little bit on your skin, just a little. You will put it on your pulse point where you want to spray your fragrances. So you put a little again at your wrist, and you put a little bit of it again behind your ear, and you put some at your throat and in your inner elbow, behind the back of your knees, and behind your earlobe, and in your cleavage. And once you put it there, guys, the heat will melt, and there is some active ingredients in the petroleum jelly that combine with the fragrance and let it project a longer time, and you will have your fragrance on you lasting longer. And you can also put your fragrance on your calves, and that's a good place to put your fragrances as well. So do try this petroleum jelly. I've tried it, and I truly believe it does make the fragrance last longer, because it kind of turn your fragrance in like a fragrance oil, and we all know oils are always stronger, so it does blend into the skin with the heat and keep you radiating with your fragrance longer. So that is another tip. Another one is you can spray your fragrances in your hairbrush. So don't spray your fragrance directly on your hair. Spray it in the brush and then brush it a little underneath the back, because that bit rests on your skin and it will keep it warm and nice throughout the day. And or you can get the fragrance hair mist. That would not go amiss if you want your fragrance to project longer. So that is a good technique. Spray some in a little brush and then brush underneath, so at the nape out to the length of your hair. So that's another good tip for making your fragrances last longer. The next tip I would like to share with you is for your fragrance not to become weak and stop projecting, is you have to store your fragrance in your bedroom and not in your bathroom, because your bathroom gets damp and moisture where you have your shower. So those places tend to be a lot moist, and that will reduce your fragrance potency. So store it in a bedroom, or if you've got a nice room temperature place where you can put your fragrances, do it there. But the bathroom is not a good place to store your fragrances. The next one I would like to tell you, it is you can apply your fragrances to a unscented moisturizer. So that will turn it into a fragrance cream. So the fragrance that you put the moisturizer on, then you spray your fragrance. That will, as the moisturizer is drying in your skin, it will lock the fragrance in. So make sure it's an unscented cream, and then you can use it, and then you spray your pulse point as well, so you'll be smelling popping. So that's another tip for you. And then what another one for your fragrance to last longer on you is that when you come out of the shower, before you put any cream on, it is good if you spray on your fragrance whilst your skin is wet. This method, you have to wait until once you spray the fragrance on, you have to wait until the fragrance has completely dried before you can start putting on clothes, and because the clothes gonna rub the fragrance off. So that is another tip for making your fragrance last longer, locking it in your skin. So another tip I want to say, and I've said this in a previous video, where when you spray your fragrance on your pulse point or your so your wrist, your neck, do not rub that fragrance into your skin. Let the fragrance sit and dry naturally. It's a vaporizer. It don't take that long to dry in your skin, so you leave it to dry naturally. Don't do transferring disrupt the fragrance, and then it take away something from the fragrance. So spray and let it dry naturally. That is a good tip for you guys who want your fragrance to last longer. The next tip I want to say is that if you love a stronger fragrance and for it to last longer also, it's best to purchase a EDP, which is a perfume, and not so much the EDTs, because EDTs has less fragrance oils. So it's the watered down version of the fragrance, and the perfume has more fragrance oils in them, so it last longer. So oil lasts longer than water. So it's best for you to get a perfume and not a eau de toilette. But all the methods of tips that I'm giving you, it is good to use with EDT or EDP. If you want your EDP to last longer, then you still use it with your EDT. So you can still buy EDT, but I mean EDP is a stronger version of fragrance than an EDT. So it's good for you to know that. The next one I want to say is, do not shake your fragrance. Fragrances were meant to stand still. When you shake your fragrance, it does take away something from the fragrance. It's like you let air enter in the bottle, and that like take away some of its potency. So don't shake it up. Just let it sit still and splash wherever you fancy, and let it dry on you, and then your fragrances will last longer. The next tip I want to say is that we all do it. I do it. I like displaying some of my fragrances, but I don't display all my fragrances. The more expensive I pay for the fragrance is the less likely for me to display those fragrances. I would prefer to keep my fragrances in its original box, because that's a good safety net for my fragrances, to keep its potency, to keep its strength. So when you put your fragrances on display, the sunlight or the light that you use in the room can affect the fragrances durability and smell. So it does take away something from your fragrances when you keep them in the light, any light at all, on display, and try to keep them somewhere where the temperature remains the same, because that way, which is room temperature, not too cold and not hot, because it does play with the fragrance, and you will not get the same smelling fragrance or the long lasting fragrance that you've known it to be. That is why sometimes some people say, oh, they think the fragrance smell different, but it's how you have stored it. So if you store it not well, then you will get not well fragrance smell from it, or it will become weaker. So it is best for you to do that. So before I move on, I would like to just put a little spray in the pulse points, just for a little demonstration. And I'm gonna be using this Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. I've just reviewed it, so I'm going to spray some at my pulse point. And the first pulse point I'm gonna be spraying it on, it's my neck. So can you see? That is my pulse point there, because it gets warm there and you can see my heart beating. So that is a pulse point. Then I'll spray the back of my ear. So that's another pulse point. Spray my inner. That is another pulse point. Then I'm gonna spray my cleavage, but I'm not gonna show you my cleavage, guys, but I'm just recapping. So I've sprayed my cleavage and the back of my knee. You can't see my knee, but I'm spraying it. And my other ear, let's spray that, and my other inner arm. And then I'm gonna spray my calf. So yeah, you spray your fragrances on all those points, guys. All your pulse point, and get smelling so lovely, so decent, and get your fragrance lost in you a long time. When you are putting fragrances on your pulse point, you don't have to overspray. You just spray just a little tat in each pulse point and let the body heat radiate that fragrance for you. Please, when you try these methods that I've just given you, please let me know how it worked for you. And guys, don't forget your risk. Spray your risk. Do not rub your fragrances in. And I have one point that I want to add to this that I like to use as well. And I like to spray fragrances right here, my outer wrist, because if you know, when you greet somebody and they hold your hand and give it a kiss right here to say hello mademoiselle and give you a kiss, then the smell from here would radiate and you will be smelling nice for that. Or when you put your hand out to greet someone, to shake their hand, then the smell from your wrist, pulse point, and your outer arm will just send that whiff to them. And that is it, guys. You will be smelling popping all day long. So follow these little tips and try the petroleum jelly oil before wearing your fragrance. And do come back, comment, and let me know how you get on and if it worked for you as it has for me. So look after yourselves and take care. Check out my playlist about my perfume reviews and my hair and makeup. So please check it out there in my playlist. Keep watching. Thank you, and I hope you have subscribed. Please do that now. Thank you. Bye.